Right, good morning, guys. What is up, everybody? I am running extremely late this morning. I have no idea what's going on. Can everybody hear me good? I want to make sure my sound is pretty good. Somebody left a comment on one of the live streams. I think maybe it was Friday or Thursday. I don't know which one it was, but they said they couldn't hear me. So I'm trying to make sure that that is taken care of. In case one of my settings, oops, didn't mean to do that. In case one of my settings is off. Oh, I don't need that. Here we go. How about that? Does that sound a lot better? We good? Can you hear me loud and clear? We're gonna go with that. Alright. So now I need to figure out what stocks are doing what. I just did my watch list here and somehow see DGLY popping up right here at the open, looks like. And SPCB I think is another one that's getting some attention. SPCB on a downtrend. Might be something there if it breaks that downtrend. BNGO. I don't want to trade IMPX. Just don't like the way that stock looks or acts. Stocks with volumes, see Rose, TMDI. Alright, let's see what we got here. No PR on this guy. TMDI. Direct offerings, so nothing there. Chaps Apparel halted, looks like on the way up. Scott, let's see, where's this resistance at? 155. So right across here. Bam. Okay. And we got some support here at $1.10. We got a little resistance right at 150. Okay. SPCB getting close to popping over this downtrend maybe. See DGLY. So I'll turn this to okay. I got support and resistance lines there. We got some at 430. I kind of like DGLY right now. And this little pullback possibly, and see how far it pulls back, but let's see, what's the press on this? Let's see, the public offering. Public offering for $2 a share. I don't like that. And they're doing a subscription program to allow law enforcement to purchase body cameras. kind of don't like anything now at this point. Let's see, what was SPCB? SPCB doesn't even have a press release. BNGO, they got a patent. A patent is nothing. Companies get patents all the time, so I don't really care about that. SAMHI, Secor Marine. This is probably a shipper. Maybe. SNDE, no PR. Just popping up for no reason. Let's see. Probably because the market's probably going up. Let's see, where's it? SINO. Selling off. How'd this sell off? Let's see. 2-year. Well, that's a good press release on SINO. Let's draw out some support and resistance here. Wonder why it sold off so hard. It sold off about half of its gains. There's a lot of smaller price stocks moving today. See, BNGO. Oh man, MITT ripped a dot. Well, actually, it dropped down to $4 and it's pushed back up to $5. That'd have been a quick little easy bounce play. See, the SPY is almost back up to where it was before the crash. Pretty crazy. With all the press releases out, well, not all the press releases, but from what I'm seeing at the moment, I kind of like SINO over everything else. It's just in this downtrend. Downtrend line's a little dumb. Yeah, kind of like that. DJLY makes me real nervous. I know they got the subscription for the body cam or whatever PR, but they've also got, you know, underwritten offer. A public offering for way cheaper than the price is, so I don't know how I feel about that. This energy stock doesn't have any PR, but it's got some attention. SPCB might sell off. MITT hitting $5. Genius dropping again. So I ain't touching this thing, man. This thing is too unpredictable. It's too crazy. You know, and over the weekend I saw Facebook posts and different groups and stuff saying, get on the Genius train. It's still going to the moon. Like after this giant bloodbath, people still think this stock is going to the moon. So I don't know. I don't want nothing to do with it. Damn, MITT coming all the way up to 510 here. broke pre-market high. Right now though, I'm not seeing anything like jumping out at me. You know, you really want to look for those patterns that say trade me, and I'm just not seeing anything at the moment. Let's see, ADIL. Oh, they just came out with a press release at 8:30. So let's add ADIL on there. They have an agreement, a distribution agreement for COVID-19 antibody test. See, it started shooting up. Big drop on LK too. I know I've seen a lot of people saying buy LK, and that's another one where I'm like, nah, man, I don't think so. Let's see, do we have any support? See, I don't know. Maybe this could be the end of this run, possibly. Maybe not. Yeah, we got some support at 250. Straight across the top there, right where it's bouncing off of. But if 250 doesn't hold, it could come all the way back down to 2. It's just a little sketchy. You can see the 1 minute here. Gotta kind of wait to see if it's gonna bounce off that or crack this 250. I don't like BNGO. I'm gonna take it off. This PCB still falling. God, MITT still running. I really don't like that drop, or I don't like that offering on DGLY. Because I mean, it looks good on the chart right now. Well, it don't look good, but it looks okay. I mean, it had a sell-off there, which is probably when the direct offering came out. Yeah. And then it started rebounding. I can't justify trading this stock when their public offering, they sold the shares at $215 and the stock's at $380 something. Like, that shows what they think the company's worth to want to sell it at $215. So why would you want to buy it any higher than that? That's just how I look at it. So I mean, it is possible it could make another move, but to me it just seems too risky. Let's see, SINO starting did get a little bounce. And I do like the range on this, but we're still in that downtrend. Let's see, ADIL. Oh yeah, you can see ADIL cracked that 250. See, we got some support right here. Yeah, we got a little bit of support at 230. It could possibly hold up at. And basically, just want to wait until we see where. Now, if this comes back down to 2, at that point, I might look at trying to get a dip by there possibly, but right now it's just too early to tell what's going to happen on that. It's PCB. KMITT just still climbing. SND. This is another energy stock. That Secor Marine popping up some. Very little volume on it though. So that other energy stock is moving pretty big. The SNDE. Pretty low float. Just wondering if we got a whole trend of energy going on. If all the energy stocks are gonna pop. You see DJLY starting to sell off some now. Let me get some water here. The Chubb's coming up and hitting that 150 area. You can see there's a lot of sellers sitting there actually, and they're getting taken out. So Chaps with this little flag could be popping out of this flag possibly. Let's see. Oh, Thinkorswim is lagging. Thinkorswim is lagging. Because this is showing 147, but the bid and ask are over 150, so I don't know. So it looks like we got issues with Thinkorswim. There it goes, but there's a lag. I don't know if anybody else has noticed it or if it's just on mine, but there's definitely a lag on Thinkorswim for me right now. I just now noticed it. Let me see if it's happening on other stocks. That looks alright. See, SPCB coming up again to this downtrend line. It's actually got a little bit of buying volume coming into it on the 1 minute. But we gotta wait for it to break over that downtrend line. I mean, this has a good range too, because it was all the way up at 440. So, pretty good range. Keep an eye on that. You can see that hit 150, got hung up. Because you got resistance at 150 and 155 on CHAP. Might see with a little bit of a pullback. SND just going straight up. I'm going to put it on the watch list, but we can't really do anything with it until... Let's see, ADIL is trying to hold up 230. Okay, let's give me just a minute. I'll be right back. Alright. So, got to figure out where's the trade going to be at, if there's going to be one. If I'm not looking at something that you guys are looking at, just let me know. You can see SINO still slowly coming up. Where's SPCB? So we're starting to try to get some support here at 210. SND still, or this is MITT still running. This is crazy. This is a crazy run on this stock so far. SNDE starting to pull back some. See, this didn't have any PR though. It's just running. And that's got a big sell-off. We got a lot of under $1 stocks moving today. CTHR. Isn't really there. Okay, this is a distribution agreement. Right? I'm trying to, Patrick's. Welcome to the channel, buddy. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before, so welcome. SINO just dropped down. DGLY is trying to find some support in this 350 area. But like I said, I just don't like that direct offering on it. Well, these guys are too high up to try to mess with at the moment. ADIL still selling off as well. And SPY is getting held up at 320. It's trying to get over 320. Like, actually, I guess it's getting held up about 320, almost like a little over 321. It's getting held up at. Let's see. A lot of our selling volume is gone on SPCB so far. Why did this gap up so much? Did this gap up because of its PR from I mean, this is a big gap up, $1.27 to 4.40. Yeah, I saw TOS was lagging for me too. It's unfortunate. That's why I'm kind of, there's several reasons why I'm waiting now. I was running late and all that, but I'm also trying to make sure Thinkorswim doesn't do anything crazy. No, this is not option trading. I don't trade options. This is just pure stock market day trading. I've just never really gotten into options, and you got to have a margin account, and I'm not a big fan of margin accounts, so just stay away from them. Because these stocks get the biggest rips comparably for your money. I mean, I could look at mid caps and large caps if I wanted to. It's not that hard to do, but most of them are not going to move that much. Let's see. My volume. Let's do 500K. So let's see. Who's got the most volume? Tops has the most volume today. That's crazy. PVDG. Hold on. Let's see. Let's add another filter. Where's it at? Okay, where's last? There we go. Get all those sub penny stocks out of there. So we can see DGY Genius. Yeah, right now all I'm seeing is penny stocks that's got the most volume. You got GILD, Apple. You got a couple of big stocks. DraftKings. Let's take a look at DraftKings. DKNG. I mean, I don't always trade penny stocks. If there's mid caps or something I see that's popping up that could be interesting, I could trade those, but yeah, Kofi, I know the feeling. Sometimes you're just like, I should just short stocks. See, ADIL. Trying to find some support. Looks like around 215. Not a lot of volume on it though right at the moment. MITT starting to finally pull back some. But most of the mid caps and large caps don't move very much. So unless you have a very big account, it's hard to really grow as a day trader trading those stocks. I mean, every once in a while you'll get one that can go on a big enough move. So we'll see it like maybe GILD now. See, it's sold off too. But yeah, every once in a while you get a big enough move, you can trade mid caps and large caps with a smaller account. But if you're on a smaller account, you kind of got to stick to the stocks that are smaller priced. Not a lot of volume on SPCB now at all, though. Let's see, MITT just had a quick little pullback. That was pretty much it. Who's using heating? What are you talking about? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I mean, I know it's hot. It's been hot in Wisconsin, so I know it's got to be hot everywhere else. But I don't know what you're talking about, the heating, or what you mean by that. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not really a fan of anything today. I may not make a trade. Like I just may just sit out. I mean, it's already 9:07 and there's not anything that's like blowing my mind. And MIT, you know, it's been running, but it's pretty high up. I'd have to maybe come back down to 5 for me to look for a type of bounce play there. ADIL is a little sketchy because you can see it upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow. All these high wicks, all these long upper shadows. This stock could be done. This could have been the whole run right here, and it could be done now. So, oh, I don't know. Maybe they're using heating. Maybe they're in Alaska or something. Who knows? I don't know who uses. And this is the kind of the same thing on SPCB. You can see these long upper shadows before on the chart. So kind of the same thing, you know. This could be done as well. I mean, it is trying to find support here, but if it doesn't find support and start reversing and start selling off more, it is definitely done. And this is an energy stock, but it's just the chart is just ugly. There's like nothing here I want to trade. I'm just going to take it off because I just don't like the chart, the way it looks. A lot of white dashes. You know, it's not very pretty. SINO got a little bounce. Possibly could bounce again, but, you know, still in a downtrend, so I don't really like it right now. DGLY, I really don't like because that offering. SNDE. SNDE ran, but there's no PR, so it's hard to like say that's going to keep running. So just personally, I really just don't like anything I'm seeing. There's nothing mind-blowing to me. Chesapeake Energy. What's you got? I don't remember the ticker symbol for that right offhand. You'll have to post the ticker symbols, guys. For the life of me, I can't remember what Chesapeake Energy's. I know it's like, what is it? CH. Here, maybe it'll pop up for me if I just. There it is. CHK. I mean, it's got pretty good range. You definitely could day trade this and make some good money because you got, you know, kind of this bottom at 36 right now and the top of 50. So that's like $14 a share if it could move. But there's not a lot of volume on this. That would be my concern. Hey, let me put it over here on the watch list and see how much volume it's had so far. Yeah, it's had 3 million in volume. Did it get halted? Okay, it's halted on the way down. That's why it doesn't look like it's moving much. Okay. I didn't catch it. So we'll leave it on watch list. We'll see what happens with it. Is there a PR for this? Or is it just running just because energy's running? So that's okay. That's what this is. Chesapeake's been running hard since Friday, it looks like. So S&D is another energy company, followed behind it, and that's why it's dropping right now, because Chesapeake is dropping. So that's all that is. I do want to keep an eye on SPCB here, because we are holding up this support so far. And a lot of the selling volume's out. There's not much buying volume. And there won't be until it gets over this downtrend line. So let's see. CHK just opened back up. So it's kind of bouncing off this support right here. Trying to, but I feel like I would have had to get in there pretty quickly. I don't know. MITT still running. Guy just does not want to give up. What is going on with this? SDEV. Oh, this is another energy stock. So it's like random energy stocks are moving right now. This did just break out of a downtrend. There's some resistance right here at 220. Looks like it's trying to get above, but it looks like it might start curling over. It'd have to break 220 on this candle. SPCB is probably going to sell off here soon. If it doesn't break over this downtrend soon, it's just going to dump off because of this triangle. Oh, it's starting to come up to it now. See, S and D, maybe we might start getting a reversal here. Not a lot of volume on this. S and I coming up some more. Oh yeah, this is the one with the press release I like. This is the only real PR that I like. But I want to see it get out of that downtrend. If it could get out of that downtrend. We're starting to build a little bit higher lows on this uptrend because we got a low here, a low here. Yeah, I'm just taking DJLY off. I just am not going to trade it, so there's no reason for me to watch it. It's a very barcodey chart on this stock. See, SPCB just got over the downtrend. On the 1 minute chart. $213. I'm gonna watch this real close for just a minute here. This is starting to pop up. Starting to get a little buying back in here so far. I want to get it right now. I'd rather come back down just a little bit more. Just trying to break through 225. It looks like it's going to. I like we're finally breaking out of this downtrend, but now I just want to see it pull back a little bit before I try to get a entry on this. See how far you're going to pull back here. Trying to hold up 220. There it goes. Now it's cracking a little bit more. So we really need to wait to see if this 5-minute candle closes above the downtrend, because if it doesn't, then it could come right back down. But $220 is starting to hold up as some support, it looks like. Now I'm going to go. So I'm in there at 223. Let's see if this reversal keeps happening or not. Starting to pop up a little bit. See, where's next resistance going to be? Probably 240. Probably in that 240 area. Let's see if 220 holds up here. See, that support started building, and it's got some support. But we want to see that 220 hold up, preferably. And you can see buyers are coming in here at that 220 area. So that's what we want to see. No, it's not looking great so far. You know, right now, this has a chance. Like, I don't think this is going to get all the way back up to 440 today, but it's got a chance to make a move maybe up to 250 or something, maybe more, now that we're out of this downtrend. If, you know, we still kind of don't have the confirmation on the 5-minute. This candle right here closing will be our confirmation. And we got about 45 seconds left. But I decided to hop in anyway because that 220 was building support. So I figured as long as it held up, I'd be good. So we'll see. You can see buyers are starting to come in though. Once we, you know, this stock has sold off from 440 all the way down to 210. So a lot of the sellers should be out of this. A lot of the bag holders, the sellers, shorters, whoever else was in this, they should be out of it by now. So we'll see. There we go, nice little pop up there. So we got a little selling at 230. But it looks like we're going to get a good strong close on this candle. There we go. Should be blowing through 230 here. A little bit of selling coming in at 230. See 230 on the time and sales. Where you at? There you go. There we go. Now buyers are starting to come in here. We're looking all right. Getting a little buying volume popping in this guy now. There we go. It's trying to build some support at 230 now, but I don't know if that's going to hold or not. It might. We might have a pullback here now. We've had 3 green candles in a row. So that 230 might not hold. Not now. We might have to pull back to 225 possibly. Well, unless 230 holds. It's trying to hold. Well, we keep testing it. It's not going to hold. Well, it's holding. Oh, okay. Well, let's see what happens here then. Yeah, 230 held. Very nice. Starting to push up here. See, 240. It's kind of my first possible profit target, maybe. Stocks. I only day trade stocks. I don't do options. So that 240 was a little bit of resistance. So if we can't get through 240 soon, may have to just take it as a small win. Oh no, 240 is breaking down. Okay. Might have to consolidate a little bit here before it breaks 240. But it did start taking them out. It's testing 240 pretty good, so I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to see if it can break 240. Because we got a lot of the sellers out that first touch, and then we hit it again. See if we can hit it a third time. Yeah, we're hitting it again. Some more sellers back in there. But they're getting taken out too, slowly. There we go, and we're through 240. So not a big deal on 240. 250 is probably going to be where I'll probably get out at if we can reach 250. I'm just going to put a sell limit order in there to see if we hit 250. See if it gets there. Oh, I'm going to get filled here. Starting to break through 250. There we go. I got filled. So $40 profit. Not bad. A little quick $40 profit. I'll take it. I wasn't looking for much because nothing was really looking good to me. Plus, I was running late. So, nice little easy reversal bounce play, guys. Doesn't get any easier than that. And this is still ripping. Very nice. Very nice move so far. I definitely wasn't. I thought I was going to have a harder time at 250, but nice. But yeah, just a little simple, easy play there. That's all it was. Nothing too crazy. Just looking for that downtrend to break, the reversal to start to happen. You know, this is pretty easy stuff. So 270 was where it got hung up at. That's where the main resistance was at. Okay. That's fine. I'm fine with that little win. But yeah, that's all there is to it. Just easy little dip buy plays. That's all I'm focusing on from now on. I'm not looking for huge breakouts unless I see a breakout. If I see like a setup that's like beautiful where I know it's gonna break out, then you know, I'm just looking for these little easy dip buys. This looks like it's wants to push back up some more. I mean, it can possibly go all the way to 440. I mean, that is a possibility, but I doubt it because you got a lot of resistance ahead. We got this 270 here. $3 is going to be resistance. You got some at like 315, 338. Looks like 350. 375, $4. So there's a ton of resistance this would have to keep getting through. So it possibly maybe could climb all day, but that's all I wanted. That's all I was looking for. Just that little easy setup right there. Easy as pie. So that's it for me today. I'm done. That's my trade. Quick little $40. Not too bad. on about, I don't know, 300, 350 invested. So probably about 11% gain, 12% gain. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. I will take that every day. All day, every day. See, ADIL didn't do nothing. SINO not doing anything. MIT still somewhere in there. SNDE is trying to hold up 5. A little sketchy at the moment. And CHK still not really doing anything. It did get a little pop up though. It got all the way up to 47. Top of these candles in pre-market. And that's where it got held up at. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Well, any questions, comments, or concerns, suggestions, ideas, anything like that, go ahead and get those in. We'll get the stream a little bit longer here. I'm going to go take a quick little breather while you guys are thinking and figuring out what you want to talk about before we end the stream. So, yeah. If anybody wants, if you curious to why I made this trade and why it was so comfortable and easy seeming, I can go over that. Just whatever. Just think about it. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right. So no questions or anything, huh? Well, it looks like we popped up again to that 285 area. Or no, I'm sorry. It actually just broke over that 270 area and ran up to 280. So this is still moving. That's pretty good. Very nice. Very nice move on this so far. I was just happy with, close to 30 cents a share, but there was room for, 50 cents so far, maybe more if it keeps climbing back up. Like, I know this is not like a huge win, but if you had a big account, and you were doing this day in, day out, with maybe 1,000 shares, you buy 1,000 shares here at 220, and you get a 30-cent move. That's $300. Like if you had a bigger account, you would make an easy $300. Like it's just simple. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm trying to stick to strategy. I was trying to do it last week, but my brain was kind of all over the place. And I've kind of got myself back together this week, so. And it's nice to start Monday off with a win, I usually start off Mondays with a loss because I get too gung-ho, but I think I'm in the right mental space now where I need to be. Daniel B, One Life. What are you guys doing, man? Y'all are quiet. Y'all are quiet today. On NE, let's take a look at it and see what's up with NE. Well, you got a downtrend. So you bought under the downtrend. You are building some higher lows, but now you kind of got this little triangle thing going on. So at this point, it could go either way. But I mean, you got it at 50 cents, so you're in a pretty decent position right now. You're just going to want to see it break this downtrend, because if it doesn't break this downtrend, if it just keeps coming up to it like this and hitting and coming back down, then it'll eventually, this trend line will crack and this will sell off. So, I mean, that's basically the thing, because essentially it's almost the same as SPCB, but that's why you saw me wait. I kept waiting and waiting and waiting. I was waiting for it to break over the downtrend, and that's when I bought in after it broke over this downtrend, and it stayed over it, because they can break over real quick, and then they can come right back down on this next 5-minute candle. But, I saw 220 coming in right there at support. I saw that building support there, so that's why I got in, but I still got in after the downtrend. I didn't get in before. So that's what you gotta think about. I mean, you got a good entry. You got this at a pretty good low at that 50 cent area off the back of this support here. So I mean, it's not a bad entry. But you just don't, at this point, you just don't know. There's no for sure way to tell which way this is going to go. That's the thing. Like, it could break above the downtrend and you're going to be happy. You're going to get a nice profit. Or it could break below the uptrend and it'd be done and you take a loss. So you're kind of Yeah, I mean it's not. That's what I'm saying. You bought at a pretty decent support area. You just don't know yet which way this is going to go. So I mean, you're in. If you bought it at 50 cents, you know you're up. You're up a few cents profit right now. So it's kind of like what you did was kind of a safe gamble. This is what I would say. Like it's a safe gamble where you know if it starts coming back down on you, you can just get out. Um, but But you gotta, you know, besides just buying that support, you have to keep in mind of the price action. The price action's downtrend now, so like I say, it could go either way at this point. So there's not really a way to call it. It needs to break that downtrend. The other thing that would make me a little nervous on it at this moment is the selling pressure pushed it down both times. It started coming up to the downtrend right here. And you can see selling pressure, as soon as it hit downtrend here, selling pressure pushed it down. 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 Selling pressure has pushed it down. So there is some selling pressure ahead of this. Whereas PCB, a lot of the selling pressure was dying off. But let's see here. If it breaks over 55 cents, you're probably good. Let's see. Well, no, because that's still not over the downtrend. It's got to break 50. It's got to break 56. But you're all right now. But here's the thing: if it doesn't break it on this candle, let's see. Yeah, it's gotta break it on this 5-minute candle most likely, because it's getting squeezed tight right now between both of these trend lines. So it's gonna have to go. It's gonna have to break up now. If it doesn't break up now, it may get a little sketchy. There you go. You got a decent buyer in there at 55. But it's having issues. Still not getting above that downtrend. Let's see. Got a little bit of selling at 55.5. Right where the downtrend line is, there's some sellers sitting there. So if they start getting taken out though. Yeah, that's the thing. It is really struggling. But that's the thing. You bought it under the downtrend, so you don't know. You don't know if the reversal is going to happen yet. Hello, Ray. Welcome to the stream. A lot of new faces in here today. I'm glad to see a lot of new faces in here. How are you doing today, Mr. Ray? So see, that got held up on the 1 minute. On the 5, it's kind of breaking over a little bit, but not really. Because you look at the 1 minute, it's still below the downtrend. It's right at the bottom of this downtrend line. But that was a good, let's see, that just opened? Yeah, that 5 minute just opened. So, I don't know. It's still too early to tell. Still too early to tell if it's going to break out for you. It's looking a little sketchy. Ooh, and you can see there it just dropped down as I said that. Selling pressure still holding it down. It's not too scary for him. I mean, he's in at 50 cents. So, you know, the bottom of this downtrend line is at 54 cents. So even if that cracks and he was to get out, he'd still be profitable. I mean, it wouldn't probably be a big win, but it would still be a win nonetheless. So, I mean, it's not too scary for him. He's safely in there. He got in at a very low support level. So, And it looks like it may try here. Because you did get buyers push this back up as soon as it dropped. So buyers are trying to win the war, but like I said, until we break over this downtrend, man, you're just not going to know. You're not going to have any idea which way this is going to actually go. You're long on the Dow and the SP. I honestly, I can't, I don't know. I don't know what to tell anybody about the market going up like it is. It's going up pretty quick. You know, I follow the SPY to kind of keep an eye on the markets because it follows the Dow and all that. And we just been going straight up since we broke over this 300 area. It is getting held up in this 321 area, so I don't know. I mean, with everything that's been going on and stuff, you would think the market wouldn't be going up, but it is what it is. I've been saying for probably a month or two now not to bet against the Feds because for a while there, once like right in this area, there's a lot of people saying the market was going to crash all the way back down again. And I just kept saying, I don't know. I just wouldn't bet against the Fed. I wouldn't bet against the Fed. So at this point, I don't know how much higher how much higher the markets are going to go. We might hit the high soon. No, don't buy Bitcoin. Listen, we got some new traders in here, obviously, but if you have to ask somebody on a stream or anywhere on a Facebook group, if you have to ask anybody anywhere if you should buy something, then no, you shouldn't buy it. And here's the reason why. Not because I'm against Bitcoin. It doesn't matter if you would have put Bitcoin. Doesn't matter if you would have put Apple. Doesn't matter what you would have put. If you are asking why you should buy something, then you shouldn't buy it because that means you don't know what you're doing. So don't do that. Go study Bitcoin. Study every single thing about Bitcoin and then decide for yourself if you think it's a good idea to get into Bitcoin. But just asking somebody, you're just gambling. Because anybody could tell you, yeah, go buy Bitcoin, or no, don't buy Bitcoin, go buy Dogecoin or whatever. But you need to know why you're buying stocks or Bitcoin or anything. When you go buy a car, do you just walk into the dealership and say, hey, should I buy this car? Of course, the salesperson's going to say, yeah, buy that car. Come on, let's buy it. No, you don't do that. You walk, before you go, you find out what kind of car you want to buy. You look at the safety ratings. You check the Carfax report. You know what you're buying before you buy it. Same thing with stocks or Bitcoin or anything. Anything you buy in your life, you just don't randomly go buy it unless you're a compulsive shopper, I guess. But if you're a compulsive shopper, you probably shouldn't be in the stock market. So, yeah. So you just gotta, you think of it like that, like stock market and Forex and all that stuff. It's no different than anything else. You're buying and selling products. No, the reason why I don't do options is because I don't like margin. You have to have a margin account to trade options, Forex, pretty much anything but stocks. You have to have a margin account for it. And I don't like margin because with margin, you're risking, even if you know what you're doing and you're a master at options or Forex or anything, if you're trading with margin and you happen to trade over, your money that's in the account and you're using their money, because that's what margin is. They're loaning you money on top of your money. Well, let's say you get into an option, you're going to do an option deal, and you're about 5,000 over into the margin, into the loan. Well, if your computer happens to shut off, your electric goes out, Anything could happen. Your dog jumps up and bites your phone and knocks it out of your hand, and it falls into the toilet because you're doing your option trading while you're taking your morning bathroom break. Guess what happens if that option messes up or whatever? Because I don't know options that well, but if it messes up and you go into the negative, but you can't get out of it, and it just keeps crashing and crashing and crashing, well, you just lost the house and the toilet that you're sitting on right there at that moment. So that's why I'm so against margin. But looks like this is going to work out for you, Kofi. Not looking too bad. Just find your next resistance line and think about where your profit targets are at this point. Yeah, no, I know you don't. I know you don't have to use the margin, but like, what's the point of you? Why buy options with the money that you have when you can just buy stocks? I know there's a there's a lot of ads going around right now where people are like, you can't. Let's see, what did they say? There's like 2 or 3 of them I've seen. They're like, stocks are out. People who are trading stocks are losing money. Options is where it's at, or Forex is where it's at. That's a lie. All of these are financial instruments. When somebody, this is all supply and demand. So when somebody sells and loses money right here on this red candle or this red drop, somebody made money on this drop. So somebody is making money at every second of the day, whether it be stocks, Forex, options, or whatever. So there's no thing of saying options is better than stocks or Forex is better than options. It's all the same. It's all financial instruments. It's all investments. So it doesn't really matter what you trade. Just find one, master it, because if you start with stocks and you're not doing that good, and then you move to options and you're not doing that good, and you move to Forex and you're not doing that good, you're not focusing on one thing. You're spreading out your learning ability by learning multiple things instead of mastering the one thing. So if you like options, do options, just master options. If you like stocks like I do, I just personally like stocks over everything else. I want to master stocks. I don't want to put my focus on something else. So that's the thing. Everybody is looking for that quick return, but it doesn't happen. Even if you go and buy somebody's stupid courses and do all that stuff, you're not going to master it right away. It's going to take time. You're not going to get quick returns just because you bought somebody's book or somebody's courses or anything like that. It doesn't work that way. They'll sell it to you that way because they want to sell it. And stock market and options and Forex and all that, it's easy to make money selling courses. You don't even have to know anything about it to sell courses or sell chat room access. It's easy to do that because you can make up your own patterns. You can make up your own strategies. You can make up anything. There's no set in stone ways to do things. So it's very easy for people to say, oh, well, I suck at trading stocks or I suck at options, but hey, I know this strategy I could sell. They make money by selling these strategies and courses, and they can be terrible at trading options and stocks. So it's all just your personal preference. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing good at crypto, stocks, and Forex, don't change it. If you're doing good, don't change it. But if you're struggling in one area, you're going to have to divert your focus from the 2 that you're doing good at to try to focus on the one you're not doing good at. So now your focus is going to go down on these 2 to go up on this one that you're bad at. Where if you're just trading stocks or you're just trading options, all your focus is on just that. But like I said, if you're doing good with it, there's no problem. If you got all 3 of them where you're making consistent profits, then do it. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing set in stone with anything. I'm just saying, personally, for me, if I don't focus on one thing, because trading stocks is not the only thing I do. You know, I'm big into real estate. I'm getting ready to start, you know, flipping some houses here soon, and I'm going to start a whole new YouTube channel for that. It's going to be a separate YouTube channel just because I want to keep this one focused on stocks. But I just don't have the time to be focusing on stocks, Forex, crypto, real estate, you know, all these different things that I'm trying to do. You know, and I've got this YouTube channel too, so this takes time and effort I have to put into. I'm live streaming 5 days a week, and I got videos to make. So for me personally, I just don't have the time to focus on any other financial instrument as well. So that's the other thing. So besides, I don't like margin. I just don't have the time to try to learn Forex or options or anything like that. So it's all personal preference. Everything you do in the markets and investing, it's up to you. You know, it's just how you feel, your risk tolerance, all that stuff. So, but I'm not going to knock anybody for, you know, doing all three. If you're doing all three and you're doing good, then good for you. You're doing something right. That's all that matters. It's all, the bottom line is making money. That's the bottom line. So anyway, if you're making money, I don't care what you're doing it. That's all that matters. But me personally, I know my personal limitations, so I have to be careful with that. So, Kofi, you're looking all right here. You are over the downtrend. At this point, I would say, I mean, you got this uptrend line started. You could just focus on this at this point, you know, and just ride it up this trend line. And if the trend line cracks, just get out of it, because it is riding clearly up this trend line. My trend line's a little bit ugly, but we can adjust it here. Bam. There you go. It's a little better. But you're going to have some resistance at 60 cents for sure. That's going to be your next resistance area. Then probably 60, 63 or 64 or something like that. How did SPCB do? Did it come back down? Yeah, so SPCB just got up to 280. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're in at. But you're in profit right now, and this trend line's holding up, and this is starting to curl around up here above the trend line. You do have some selling there at 56.5, but not too bad. But all right, guys, we're gonna give the stream about 10 more minutes. So if you guys got anything to talk about, like I said, questions or anything, any more questions, we'll go ahead and get those in and just watch, see if Kofi makes any more money off of this. If it breaks out over 60 cents for him or not, we'll see. Who knows? But let me look around here and see what else has happened. Ooh, MITT still moving up all the way up to 729. It's a nice move on this stock. It's a REIT. I think MITT is a REIT. Yeah, it's a REIT. It's a mortgage REIT. So, not too... On SPCB? Oh, was it Steven? Oh, my bad, Steven. See, that's why I kept looking. I couldn't see who had wrote it. I thought it was either you or Kofi, and I was saying Kofi, but my bad. I didn't put much. Let's see, I had 150 shares at 220. What did I get in? 223. So, 220, and then half of that. So I put in about 340 and made $40. So over a 10% gain. So I put in $340 to make $40. Not too bad. It's nice quick, easy gain. Start my week off. That's what I was saying. You know, like this is. It doesn't seem like much, but on a bigger account, if you bought 1,000 shares there, you know, you made $300 or $400. Your full name is Ray Ping Miners. Oh wow, nice. It's kind of messed up. I'm not really sure what you're going for there. Your name happened. It's nothing happened to be Justin Sauls, does it? Because Justin Sauls would do something like that. I just thought your name was Ray, and I thought that maybe you were a Bitcoin miner or something like that. I didn't know that you were a sick person. That's what I think you're Justin Sauls there. I don't understand what's going on with all that, but all right. Woo! Look at this running still. Good strong volume on MITT. Well, all right, guys. I'm gonna stream 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Oh, see how is any doing for Steven? Steven, see, I remembered. There's a video to tell you what the red and green sticks behind me mean. You should go watch that video, Daniel B. You might learn a thing or two. I mean, Steven, it's not looking too bad for you. Yeah, you're starting to get a little poppy. I was about to say, if this green candle here gets above this red candle, if it can close above it, look pretty good for you. Let's see if this gets over 58 here. Ooh, a lot of selling at 58, but they're getting taken out. There you go. Now it's starting to pop up a little bit for you. Daniel B, you're a good student. You're a great student, Daniel, son. You're looking pretty good here, Steven. If it can keep pushing up, you should be good to go on this. Well, all right, guys. I'm going to call it a day. Appreciate everybody joining me today. We'll be back tomorrow. You guys have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the hot weather. Until next time.